All right, folks, I got a good one here. This is a vehicle I know very well, so this will probably be kind of a lengthy video because there's just an awful lot to show you. Let me tell you, this is a 2001 Chevrolet Suburban LT model. And let me start her up for you. It's got 238,029 miles on it. So here's kind of the backstory to this vehicle. I have owned this for 2 years, and I have towed with cars with this for the last 2 years, put about 15,000 miles on it. And I got to tell you something, I would not be afraid right now to jump into this vehicle and tow a car to California. That's how confident I am in this thing. Now, here's a couple things I'm going to tell you about. First of all, every now and then, a check engine light comes on, and the code is what's called a misfire code, meaning it might need wires, something like that. And, as is typical on all of these, I've got a couple of them, every now and then the anti-lock brake light comes on. All right, so I don't know whether it needs a sensor that's going bad, whatever. Like I said, it's been doing that for 2 years. And since the day I got, oh, see, there they go, they just popped on, okay? Since the day I got this vehicle, it's had a slight knock when it was cold. Once it warms up, it's fine, goes away. Again, I don't know if you know anything about the GM motors or whatever. It's a pretty common issue. Again, I'm not afraid to drive this baby anywhere. I can guarantee you that the four-wheel drive works in every single mode. I've used it all the time, very often in the winter time. It's loaded to the hilt with all kinds of stuff. So let me do the windows first. There's your right rear. Right front, swing her on around. There's your left rear. Here's your left front. This has power mirrors, they're heated. Okay, it's got the memory seat, which the seats are heated on both sides, of course. Power seat, of course. Automatic headlights. Cruise control, tilt wheel, AM, FM, CD, cassette. Oh, this actually has a really good stereo in it.
Chevy's racing, showing.
I have another one that I'm using, and the radio's nowhere near as good. The air conditioner's ice cold. It also has the OnStar. It's got a cassette player, which I've never put a cassette in it. Although I believe I have tried the CD player, and I believe that does work. You know, it's just got everything. You know, you just got all your stuff, front and rear air conditioning. It's got jacks for the rear. You know, if somebody wants to listen to something. It's also a 7-passenger, so it's got the captain's seat set up. Oh, it's got the HomeLink transmitter. That's your rear air conditioning. It's, of course, got your temperature and compass gauge. I mean, this is just one heck of... This was probably the most expensive truck Chevy offered in 2001. Okay. Let's take a look at the outside. Now, by no means is this thing perfect. I mean, it's a nice shape. As you can see, the seat's a little worn, you know, both here and here. But you know what? I'd still drive this thing anywhere. The power seat works exactly as it should. Pretty clean overall, though. You know, it's got the fog lights. Not a bad truck. Again, I'm full of confidence in this thing. All right, left front tire on a nice clean alloy wheel. That feels like it's... Well, here, you know what? Let me put my handy dandy gizmo in there. And let's find out. They're pretty weak, but they still have, well, it looks like about 6/32. So it's a little less than half of the tread on the left front tire. Coming around to the back, this one looks a little worse, but let's just check it. All right, and that one looks like it's got about 4 to 5/32 on the rear. So again, that's probably 2/3 of the tread is gone. All right, left rear. And this, I towed with this baby with these tires like that. So left rear, yeah, about 4/32. And the right front looks like the same as the other side. And that's about 6/32. Okay, so the moral of the story is you probably get the summer out of these tires. You might want to do something by winter. Let's see, it does have its dings and dents, but nothing really major. I mean, it's actually a nice looking vehicle, you know, as you can see. Right front fender, a couple little nicks and dings here. Right front door actually looks really nice. I don't see any nicks, any dings. Of course, it's got the full running boards on it. Open this up. You can see how nice and clean the interior is on this side. You know, typical Chevy. It's starting to lose some of the coloring on the dash there. See, the passenger seat is very nice, very clean. Do your headliner for you. All the way out back. There you go. There's your door. You know, under the doors there's a little bit of rust. Here, let's do the roof. It does have the full roof rack with the crossbars, so if you need to carry a lot of stuff. You know, deep tinted windows, deep tinted glass in the back. There's the LT, like I said. It's got the captain chair setup, so there's, you know, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then it's a 3-passenger rear seat. So it's a full-on 7-passenger vehicle with captain's chairs. I like that because it's easier to get into the back that way. All right, you can see. There's your door jamb. There's your door. Right rear quarter panel looks pretty good. There are a couple little rust bubbles, look like they're about ready to pop. Down here, there especially, and there. You know, it's up to you if you want to do something to take care of that. Here's what. Oh, this also has the barn door setup. Some of them have a tailgate, some of them have the barn doors. It does have a rear window defogger, but it's up to you as to, you know, if that works for you or not. Me, I don't care either way. You know, the barn doors work great, tailgate works great. You know, the other one I have has tailgate, so it's all the same to me. So you can see the bumper's in nice shape. It's not rusted out like a lot of these Chevys can be. A couple little dents in it. It's got the full Class 3 weight distributing hitch. And as you can see, the electrical all works because, like I said, up until a week ago, I was towing with this baby. So I know that stuff works. Spare tires, you can see, is right there. Now, this seat, all these seats actually are removable, but this third seat, actually this vehicle didn't have a third seat when I got it. I just put this in for you to make this a true 7-passenger, but you can either fold that down and fold those seats down and have, you know, like shove plywood and stuff in here, or you can just remove them all together and have tons and tons of cargo room. That's up to you. Honestly, if you buy it, I'm not really going to be too concerned what you're going to do with it. All right, coming around this side, left quarter panel, a couple dents right there. Otherwise, not too bad. As you can see, full running board on this side as well. There's your roof on this side. All right, let's see. This left rear door looks pretty good. Again, you can see it's pretty nice, pretty clean inside here. I mean, these back seats are in terrific condition. I mean, I rarely had somebody sitting back there, but... And there you can see, there's your door jamb. And of course your door. All right, do your driver's. There's your driver's door jamb. Driver's door, like I said, there's a little bit of rust down the bottom. I think there's a little bit over there in the corner, but it's not a rust bucket by any stretch of the imagination, that's for sure. A little bit down the bottom here, as you can see, a little bubbling. Again, not a big deal, but it's up to you if you want to fix that. Left front fender looks pretty decent. You know, a couple little nicks and dings, etc. Front of the truck is really nice. Nice clear headlights, as you can see. Chrome bumper, looks to be in pretty good shape. It's got the optional tow hooks on it. All right, let's go down here and take a look-see underneath. I have actually sunk a ton of money in maintenance and fixing a variety of things. I mean, look, even that stupid little light under the hood works. There's your hood itself. But I have taken really good care about this because I just don't want to get stuck on the road. So because of that, I'm really kind of anal about keeping things going really good. As far as I know, though, there's nothing mechanically wrong except, like I said, that little check engine light, which looking at is probably one of these coils or something stupid like that. But boy, this is a towing machine. It's never let me down, it's never not started, and it's never, ever, ever left me in the dust. And as you can hear, after it's had a chance to warm up a little bit, it still sounds pretty good. And as you just heard, there's no high rev knock, there's no valve train noise. It's just when it's really ice cold, it's got a slight little knock. But like I said, it wouldn't stop me from driving anywhere in this truck. But all of that sounds good. It looks good. Great looking truck. A little high on the miles, but actually for the year, it's not that bad. But the best part is how this baby runs, and we're going to take it for a ride right now. All right, folks, we're going to take it for a spin now. But what I always like to do on all my videos is show you that the vehicle starts equally as well when it's cold as it does when it's hot. So it's now had a chance to warm up for you. So let's start nice and cold. Now you'll see it start up nice and warm. And as you can see, she starts right up. And still no check engine lights. Like I said, the ABS light comes and goes. Oh man, you guys are gonna almost get a full tank of fuel too. Holy cow, that's like 60 bucks worth of value right there. All right, let's take her for a spin. Tell you, this is one comfortable ride too in this thing. I love driving this thing. If I didn't have a nicer, newer one to replace it, I definitely would have kept on using this one. Just the beauty of a vehicle. Like I said, I'm so confident in this. I know whoever's going to buy this thing is going to get something really nice. Just because, like I said, I've driven it for 2 years, so I know this thing inside and out. As you can see, hands are off the wheel. It's tracking nice and straight down the road. I know I've replaced probably every brake line in this, you know, because typical GM of this year, they had rotting out problems. So I know I've replaced all the brake lines. All the lights work. Horn doesn't work. That's right. That's one thing. I knew there was something that didn't work. And it's the horn. But everything else does. I never blow my horn at anybody, so I don't worry about it. But those of you that like to blow the horn, you're going to have to get that fixed. I don't know. It could be something really stupid. Honestly, I just use it as a work truck. You can see she accelerates nice and easy, powerful. I mean, there we are. We're up almost to 60 miles an hour. No problem. She's quiet. As you can see, I can talk really low, which is hard for me. But it is nice and quiet. All right, I'm going to do a little brake test for you guys next. And what that's going to consist of is I'm just going to pull into this vacant lot across the street from my place. And I'm going to slam on the brakes and let go of the steering wheel and see what happens. I'll describe how the brakes feel to you. But you can also keep your eye on the steering wheel and see, you know, if it pulls wildly to the left or the right, that would indicate a brake balance problem. Although I know it's not going to do that because, like I said, I know this baby. I usually do this about 25 miles an hour. So here we go. And yeah, the brake's a little on the soft side. I could think it could stop a little easier, but, you know, again, I don't know when the last time was I put brakes on it. I did them pretty frequently on this, though, because when you do tow, you replace your brakes pretty often. But it might need brake pads, but it certainly doesn't pull one way or the other. And, you know, they felt pretty good, and it certainly stopped me in time. But since you're not able to be here with me or take this on a test drive yourself if you're from a long distance away, I like to describe everything I think is going on with the vehicle. All right, let's do a little recap. This is a 2001 Chevrolet Suburban LT with 238,031 miles, of which I put about 15,000 of those on there. Other than the horn, pretty much everything in this baby works, as far as I know. And it's a really good running, just fantastic vehicle. It's treated me really well for the last couple of years, so I certainly can't complain. Let me step back a little bit so you can get the overall view of this baby. So there you have it. If you need an ultra reliable, really big 7-passenger SUV for either hauling a lot of people, a lot of stuff, or a trailer or a boat or whatever, this would be a great vehicle for you. And like I said, I have a lot of confidence in this truck, so I hope this really goes to a good home because I've loved having it for the last couple of years. Thanks.